Hi, Hank SixFourTrading. Show you a live trade I'm monitoring right now on the ES futures. We've come up into an area where we bounce off this area as key level support here on the ES on the previous session. This line here in the middle is marking a new session day. So I've been monitoring these highs, right? We've been banging up against these highs over several sessions. We came to this fair value gap, this gray box here. This is on a 15-minute chart. Will you mark that up? All right, so you mark up the fair value gap. So we've had this extreme push up back into the fair value gap. It was a failed break. So it failed to displace above this fair value gap. That's what I was watching here as we had key level resistance. So I drew this line from the previous session into this session. So let's see what happens. If you want to be spot on, you can put it like right here. But I just have a little bit of room up here. So I have my stop up here. I started my short position at 6154. I'm already up on this trade. I have my stop at this next key level that I had drawn as well over here earlier. And it broke through that key level. Okay, I could have took profits here, but I said there's a better play, right? I talk about how you can move your stops into your profits to get more of that play. And as it invalidates or comes back up, let's say it doesn't continue to move in that direction, rather up or down, it just takes out my stop. But I have literally locked in profits here based upon where my stop is set on the ES. So now I had this key level break. So I said, you know what, let me move my stop to this key level and see if it goes back up and hits the stop, or do we continue downside? Now my target on this is the bottom of this fair level, this key level. So you just see this gap here. This also is a fair value gap that we are in right now. 15 minutes, more 15-minute time frame. I'm looking for this to break out of this gap. If it breaks out this gap and get displacement out this gap, we have further downside to retest at 6118. So I'm going to hold this trade. I'm going to continue to move my stop into key positions at key levels down, which means into my profit because I'm short in this position down to this mark here. Now, if we come down and break to the bottom of this fair value gap, we're in the gap now. If we break through it, I'm targeting the 6131s. If not, then I'm looking for it to break even further to come down here if we break through this line, or maybe we'll bounce back up, but I'll move my stop here to the 6135, same as I did here. If it breaks, it gets in this area and breaks out and comes down, I'll move my stop here. And I'll move my stop down a little bit more. So I locked in profits. I don't care if it goes back up and takes out my stop. I'm not greedy. I've already taken my profits. That's one of the biggest things in the market that you need to understand. Patience, taking profits, and not being greedy. I'm Hank SixFourTrading. This is what I do.